Uncharted is the pioneer of the action-adventure genre, with its set pieces, music, and the traversal within the levels. Just look at this opening sequence right here. Who else can get away with doing this epic introduction to controls and...
Wait a minute!
This isn't Uncharted. Yeah, I knew that. I knew that. Toy Story 3 as a movie is a masterpiece. I'm so glad they decided to finish this off the series as a perfect trilogy. Can you imagine if they even made a fourth or even a fifth one? Yeah, imagine that. This game, however, let's just say it's less of a masterpiece and more of a masterpiece of shit. Not gonna lie, when I downloaded this for the video, I had it in mind that I was gonna be playing the PlayStation 3 version. This is what I should have been playing. And this is what I got. Turns out it's for the PSP, so bear that in mind when I absolutely lay into this. This entire video would probably be more of a rant than a Basically, the introduction level to this is the only good level in it. The rest of the game is just so mind-numbingly bad. You are just platforming from level to level, area to area, with very repetitive gameplay elements in between, and obstacles that are just not fun. They're not challenging in any way either, so it just feels like an absolute slog to get through. I almost gave up halfway through, but I thought to myself, what would Goku do? So I screamed to the top of my lungs, I grew out my luscious locks, and I pressed onward with the power of God and anime on my side. You'll find dotted around are these random collectibles. Some are necessary to continue the game, and some are just sort of a guideline, and some are just to unlock minigames. Now this game does have minigames, but I completely forgot to play them, and I am not going back in there to play that again. Throughout the game, you get to play as various characters like Wood, Buddy, and Jessie, who appears to have snapped out of her crack addiction. Oh look, she's on the come down. Don't worry Jessie, we'll get you fixed up in no time. And uh-oh, looks like we turned Jessie into a giant. You even get to play as a unit of army men, and I just love it so much. Whoever put this in, you deserve a big sloppy kiss from a sweet old lady. Now, I'm sure if you've seen Toy Story, you'll remember the baby. We'll get ready for that baby again, but in a horror game. Look at this. This is the big scary. And in fact, a lot of the game looks like this. They even made the children. The children look terrifying in this. Look into their dead eyes and tell me that does not make you feel uneasy. After a few more repetitive levels, including this one where you have to go collect keys and run back and forth and back and forth and back and forth and back. The very last level of this game could have been something epic, like an escape from the claw, or something like the Buzz level we just had, or maybe a boss fight with a copyright infringement avoiding Care Bear. But no, we have a weird minigame involving these aliens, who are voiced by people who most certainly have not seen the film, or have any idea what they're meant to sound like. You know the ones. And this is what they come up with. This minigame is actually quite fun. It's just a shame it's a bit repetitive. I know I'm using the word repetitively, and I know that's ironic considering that I'm calling the entire game repetitive, but that's the only word that really comes to mind for it. Maybe if they shortened this level slightly, it would be a lot better, but for the end of the game, it's just a big disappointment. And after all is said and done, they have the audacity to offer you this. Did anyone actually pay for this DLC? Let me know if you did, so I can go find you and lock you up. Bit of a shorter video this time because there's not a whole lot to say about it. I think it goes without saying that I would not recommend this. Well, hang on, let me be clear. I mean this version of the game. I'm sure the PS3 version is much better, and I think I will grab it and try it out at some point, but for this version, I recommend you avoid it. Avoid it like the plague. Unless you're a Toy Story completionist or a collector, then you crack on and have fun, but for me, it's a major avoid. So, did you ever play this? Do you ever think about the end? Because I do. A lot. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Maybe.